Going on, Voodies? It's your boy, Johnny B. And right away, I want to thank you for supporting the VooDoo Chef podcast. I mean, your support means the world. And you know, VooDoo Chef is my guy. And the podcast is pretty entertaining, even when it's not. So make sure 8 o'clock every Tuesday, you're watching this live stream and remind yourself to do so. How do you do that? Like middle-aged messes like me? Yeah, you remind with a tube or a phone. I like the tube myself. Alexa, remind me to watch the VooDoo Chef podcast live streaming every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. There she is. She's reminding me. And now she will every Tuesday. So make sure you do that. Subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts and keep showing support. We appreciate it, Voodies.
VooDoo Chef with his magic knife cuts through the air like a ghost in the night. Butter sizzles so on fire, bacon crackles hot desire. Caffeine kicks me awake, I'm alive. Caught through the madness, gotta survive. Bourbon's what keeps the demons at bay. VooDoo Chef spell we obey. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. He's got the cure for whatever's hurting. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. Life's a feast in the chaos for certain.
What is going on, Voodies? It is a beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida, like no other. And if you want to know what it's all about, come check us out. Bring us those tourist dollars. Get out. Get out. Go back home. Go where you came from. Don't stay. Don't move here. All the love. We got too many people here. And you know what? We only want these true Floridians like this guy, like Big Eddie C. Knickknack's a transplant. We'll keep him. And that's cool. And the family's going to be joining us here any minute. But before they do, I want to talk about a few upcoming events. Like always, don't forget, you can watch the replay on RHS TV. Before you do anything, hit share. Share this out to all your buddies. Let them know where you're hanging out tonight. And as I'm looking at myself, we're like way out of practice. I don't have a hat. I don't have a bandana. I don't know what the hell is going on. But what I do know, we got Butcher Ricardo in the room. He's a bad motherfucker, guys. Thanks for joining us, Butcher. We got everybody in. Mark, we got Bearded. Everybody's checking in. We got the family in the waiting room. Let's knock out these upcoming events. I don't know when the fuck they are, so I don't know why I'm doing this. June 13th, we're going to be at the Epicurean Hotel. Make sure. Sign up and sign up now. They're popping up in the chat room as we speak. VooDoo Chef Live at the Epicurean Hotel. We're doing a Father's Day. I don't want to call it a dinner because it's a day with Dad. You're going to start out with chicken and waffles as if you're at brunch. We're going to go to the Game Changer grouper sandwich, my absolute favorite grouper sandwich ever. I was introduced to it by one of my earliest mentors, Bill Baker, just a wonderful, wonderful man. The things we've learned from Bill Baker, we could write a book. Ain't no need to be a superhero, Big Daddy. And then we're going to close the night with some tri-tip, and it's going to be a great night. The family will be there. You can come out, say hello to everybody. You'll be able to pick up your Blue Note bourbon. Man, if you haven't had the Blue Note bourbon, look at this. I don't even have our own. I've got the rye on the table today. The rye's good too. Let me tell you, I know Pat drinks that in his old fashions. And then behind that, we're going to make some announcements here about August 1st at some point tonight. But I do want to talk about golf because golf is already up. You can already sign up for golf. Go to VooDooChefGolf.com and secure your foursome now. It's not your granddaddy's golf tournament, and I assure you, you don't have to play golf to play in our tournament. It's going to be a blast. We have all the gimmick, all the trendy, all the off golf holes. Not your granddaddy's golf tournament for sure. And we're adding a new hole this year, the fastest hole in golf. So get ready for that one. It's going to be a blast. All right, when we come back, we got the whole family here. We're glad you're back with us tonight. Get ready. It's going to be a fun-filled night. And we're ending the podcast with the brand new VooDoo Chef podcast. You're going to get to see it here before anyone anywhere else. So don't go away. What is going on, Booties? We got the whole family in the house. It's been a while, fellas. How have you been?
What's happening? Living the dream. Living the dream.
Big Eddie, see what you got going on up there tonight, buddy.
This was strawberry cake that my wife just made, skillet strawberry cake. Because it was either that or a beer. I chose dessert.
Mm-hmm.
I would have chose both.
And speaking of dessert, I don't know if you can see that how well.
Oh, look at that. What the fuck is that? Oh, no.
Where the hell did you get macarons?
Somebody we know on Saturday at the Saturday market over in Carrollwood here.
Shay Shay over in Carrollwood.
Yeah,
what flavor is that?
This one is the Neapolitan. My wife and Lucas went on Saturday when I was out doing some ACF stuff, and I came home to a bag in the fridge.
Wow, very nice.
So, and surprisingly, today's Tuesday, and they're all still there, or almost all of them are still there.
Yeah, they wouldn't have made it through Saturday, bro.
Wow, shit.
Yeah, right.
They wouldn't have made it through Saturday. I got to tell you, we got a lot of people hitting us on Instagram right now. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. No matter where you're watching us from, hit that share button. Let everybody know where you're at. We're trying to cross thresholds with our viewership. I know it's our first night back, and I'm asking a lot, but we got a lot going on today. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to play a brand new, not really a brand new game. We're going to play a new game to us. And, you know, if you're a Gen Xer like me, you probably saw this show a million times, and they just did a reboot. So that's coming a little bit later. We're going to talk about a couple of the new podcasts we're doing, and we're going to show you for the first time tracks from when music didn't suck tonight for the first time ever. And we got more episodes to come. It's going to be a blast. Not to mention, let's get to the bottom of this. We got a ton of things going on. Let's just pick one and start. Big Eddie C, you and I talked about a while ago doing a podcast called Let's Get to the Bottom of This, where we were going to do nothing but talk about bass forward albums or albums with badass bass players and kind of do a little rating system on it. And I think that's right around the corner. The biggest thing is, the hardest thing is going to be picking the fucking albums we want to do. I mean, I was listening to Diary of a Madman and Blizzard of Oz today, and everybody talks about Randy Rose, but holy moly, man, the bass on both of those albums, absolutely insane. And before you comment, let's give a couple shout outs. We got Daly in the room. We got Dad over on IG. We got man, so many people checking in. Robinson High School, JROTC's checking in. Hair by Fee. I don't know who Fee is, but I don't think you're going to get much business here. A lot of people checking in. Don't forget, hit those share buttons. If you haven't already liked any of the VooDoo Chef pages, make sure you do that. Big Eddie C, what was the dude's name? Bob Daisley? Is that who played on both those albums?
Yeah, and it's kind of a trick question because if I remember right, they got into a dispute with him some years back, and the bass was his original bass was taken off
Yep.
and re-recorded by I have no fucking idea. Paco, the fucking guy making the beer out in the food truck. I don't know. I have no clue.
The cheapest guy they could pay, them damn Osborns.
Well, yeah, and I think all these years it kind of came full circle because the backlash from not having the original drummer around the last time they toured kind of bit him, and that's why they're doing that farewell show in July where they're going to do like 3 or 4 songs, and that's going to be it. It's going to be the original 4, kind of like that's why they're calling it Back to the Beginning in Birmingham. You can only shit on people for so long before it comes around. And I wouldn't say it's Ozzy. It sounds more and more like it's his old lady.
No.
Because I can remember like when he didn't play on that last tour, they asked Iron Maiden's drummer, and I think his quote was best. He said, Sharon got her hooks in that one. And that was all he had to say because they had their own falling out over Ozfest years ago. And Maiden really wasn't the type of band you wanted to piss off because it's kind of like when Andy Garcia threatens George Clooney in Ocean's 11. He says, I know all the guys you'd hire to come after me. They like me better than you. It's just like, it's this great way of saying fuck you without saying fuck you.
That's a fuck you for free right there, bro.
Oh, that's a BOGO right there, dude. It's a double.
But
it's awesome.
I got to tell you, I think the bass playing, I think it is Bob Daisley. And like you said, there was a falling out, and he was really quickly replaced with Rudy Sarzo for the tours and whatnot. But the bass playing on both of those albums, it's just, it goes, it's right there. I'm dying over here. It's right there and goes punch for punch with Randy Rhoads on guitar. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah. He knows exactly what to do in service of the song in the sense that his is solid, doesn't really jump out at you with anything crazy. He lets Randy be the guy at the front of the house along with Ozzy, but him in the background with who I think I want to say it was Tommy Aldridge.
Yep.
You can't discount that shit, dude.
Yeah, the server can put on that smiling face all day long, but these guys are in the back cooking the steak, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. That shit ain't getting where it is without, a lot of teamwork. Like Daisley was just one of those solid British bass player guys that made anything he was on better by not trying to be the, hey, look at me guy.
Just like my buddy Bill Baker said, like I said at the top of the show, ain't nobody got to be a superhero, Big Daddy.
Yep. One of my all-time favorite bass players, and he played behind some absolute monsters, was
Gene
Neil
Simmons?
Murray.
Oh.
And Neil Murray, I believe, played on Slide It In, and he also played on a couple of the later Incarnation Sabbath albums when they had a different frontman. And just like Slide It In, it was the same drummer. It was Cozy Powell. Those guys, you go back and listen to that shit, and they just tore it up. I mean, he played behind John Sykes on the Whitesnake album, and obviously Tony Iommi. But they do what they do, and if they do it right, they make everything better, man. It's just like, it's the sazon that ties together the fucking paella, man, right there.
Oh, dude, making that lovely reference back to home cooking here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But fuck Sasson. That's what beat us at Tampa Bay Wine and Food. Ass kissing motherfucker. That's all I'm going to say about that. Fuck, I'm going to hell, dude.
See ya.
See it.
You there. Save me a seat.
Speaking of that, we lost a good one fucking this week, man. Sabu from ECW.
Oh, wow.
At the age of 60, passed away. And he wrestled less than a month ago. And, the king of
wrestled,
hardcore.
I think, less than a week before he passed.
Yeah, I think it was just over a week. And there's some shit coming out now that they might have doped him up to get through that match. And I guess there's some stories out there that back in the day, he used to dope up to get through the hardcore matches. But I mean, this dude's jumping through glass and barbed wire and all this shit. And we're not talking about them rounded edges stuff. We're talking about like for reals.
Yeah.
And Michael's bat stuff. What's up, Michael's bat stuff?
Howdy.
And then, look, checking in. Long time. It must be slow down at the, we won't mention where he works, Mission Barbecue. But it's nice to know that you're checking us out while you guys are cooking down there. I just want to know, do you still have those fucking potatoes I like? They're a rock star. This guy's a hardcore legend, and I guess they were saying, he may or may not have used to dope up back in the day before the matches, but here he is, 60 years old, doing a hardcore match. I think the guy he was wrestling was like 35 years old. And, I mean, the one bump where he fell through the ropes and out onto the floor, I mean, I'd die at fucking however old I am. Right? Shit, I would have died at 18 taking that bump. And here he is at 60, and then less than a week and a half after that match, he passes away, man. Wow. That's pretty sad.
Today was a big day, at least to me, and I know it will be to Pat, because today Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson were reinstated. Of course, they're fucking worm food, but the commissioner of baseball said, well, they had a lifetime ban. Lifetime's over. What's the point? Well,
that's a true statement right there. Yep. Shouldn't it have automatically been over when they died?
Nah, blame that little fat fuck Bart Giamatti for starting that shit. It's like, bro, are we really going to go down this path with everything where all we want is nice people we agree with in all of our sports and entertainment? Because believe me, we're fucking done. You start doing that shit, bro, you're going to be growing your own vegetables and riding your bike to the co-op. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. And when you get there, fuck off more. The guy still has records that haven't been broken and aren't going to be broken. What's it hurt to put them in the hall now? They're not going to be eligible till 2028, I think, with the baseball rules. But still, it's the right thing to do.
So all right. Nobody like judge me here. I'm not a baseball fan. I've seen Pete Rose. I'm going to venture to say I may have even gotten his autograph back in the day. When Cincinnati had their training facility here. I think it was the Tampa Tarpons way back in the day. But who the hell's Shoeless Joe Jackson?
He was, Pat, fill me in case I fuck up here. He was banned for being a member of the original. Thanks for clarifying that up, Flame. He was suspended or expelled or whatever you want to call it. They sent him to North Tampa Epic for betting. No, he was in a gambling scandal with the Chicago Black Sox.
Yes. Yep. Back in the 1920s.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They sent him to Florida Epic. Did you get that story from Workman?
No, believe me, if you want baseball knowledge, that's the man. But that place is it's the Hotel California. Check out anytime you like, but you never leave.
Oh man, that's pretty bad there, Big Eddie. See, I don't know baseball like that. I'm not really a fan of baseball. I wanted to get tickets to go to the Rays over at the Yankee Stadium. And my wife's like, why are we going to baseball? We could not watch it at home. And I said, touche. Touche. But if we go there, we could go get a stadium dog, hang out for as long as we want, see what it's all about, and then fucking haul ass. We had tickets for I think it was $13.
Shit.
And just going back to this comment right here, the student has become the master. When we got the student teaching Ed Carmack about how many fucks somebody can really have, just say it.
My lasting impact right there. Good God.
Everybody has to make their mark, Big Eddie C. Everybody has to make their mark.
Yep. Mine ain't just in my drawers. So,
dude, you're fucked up. And we're back.
Yeah.
And we're cut off again.
3:45 Sunday morning
Man, I'm dying over here.
with the
fuck is going on?
infomercials.
All right, I'm seeing if I could find me some lovely little videos to show here, but I'm riding the struggle bus. But we got some good videos that I'd love to show. We may even, if we're lucky, get to experience a new episode of VooDoo Theater, which would be we might be able to experience VooDoo Theater faster than we think.
Wow. Theater.
Right? We haven't had a VooDoo Theater since Kristen and Chuck mocked me and Tim Keelick at the after party fucking in like 2016.
Oh,
and
man.
that was a pretty good VooDoo Theater. So I'm trying to upload these videos now. I don't know if it's working or not, and quite honestly, I don't give a fuck, because the only one who are really going to appreciate the new episodes of the VooDoo Theater are me and you, Big Eddie C. Which I'm okay with too.
Yeah.
File must be marked. Oh, it's got to be marked as an MP4. The fuck.
Oh boy. Here we
Right?
go. Formatting.
Here, Dahlia, I don't know what's going on with Dahlia, but she's a little bit behind. We've moved on to baseball, and she's starting her own conversation in the chat room, talking about all these fucking baseball players. We got Fleener. I hope you're going to stick around. Maybe you and Big Egg Carmack can be partners in our upcoming game. That would be pretty interesting.
That would be. I kind of want to see that.
Smart.
Right? I just think it would be like two family members arguing.
Oh, great.
It might be pretty fun.
By two, you really mean four.
What's that?
By two, you really mean four.
No, I'm not going to argue with my.
Well, no. I was going to say. So we got four here.
You gonna argue with your partner there, Nick?
I don't know who my partner is. So I meant you, but
I don't know who it is either. I know who mine is.
Okay.
Well, as long as we can dictate the travel time, because my IFA doesn't really navigate time change too easily. These games are always two. That must be some new millennial talk. These games are always two. I suck at them. Haha. Make it easier for dummies. Two. Dat likes it hard. Dat likes it hard.
Oh boy. But you stumbled into Dat.
Right. He's throwing softballs. At us.
Not today, Satan. I've had enough fucking spelling errors. I'm already on the chip.
Dude, I read that thing like fucking 30 times, right? I read it like 30 times, and I'm reading all the little fucking white lines, and I'm going, dude, I'm at the faculty meeting, and of course, I've got nothing better to do than read Ed's text to me. And I'm reading it, and I can't find the fucking error. We come home to the dinner table, and it pops up on Angelina's feed, and I'm like, hey, there's an error in there. What word's misspelled wrong? And she tells me extension. I go, you fucking autistic motherfuckers. like you fucking autistic. I saw the error immediately. You too, you autistic fuck. And I say that with love. I mean, actually, I say it with jealousy. I couldn't find the error to save my life.
Dude, it's a curse. I see that shit and I just seethe. Like my fingers twitch and I start just snarling and making just fucking eruptive noises. It's just awful.
We know, Ed. We know.
You've seen it. Representative,
and fuck half the shit I write.
No, you ain't. But the thing is, this is a fucking major television station putting that out there. Fire your fucking social media people. Fucking millennials. They're probably all drunk on White Claw anyway.
Yes,
Fuck 'em.
please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh no.
Not that I'm over here surfing for VooDoo Theater stuff, but I've almost got it ready to rock and roll. And I don't know if you guys realize or appreciate
We forgive you, Dad.
how much time and effort we put in to these episodes of VooDoo Theater. You know, I mean, we put forth a lot of effort into this, so I hope you guys appreciate it as much as the effort we put in. So, just is what it is. I was going to say Fleener might understand a little bit of it, but then I remember Fleener was there after the fact. So, if I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here. I should just quit. I should just quit.
Don't give up. Don't quit. Winners never win and winners never quit.
Thanks, Patches. Fucking, was that Patches O'Houlihan?
I think so.
I don't know who it was, but it could have been Patches. Sean Fleener saying he has no clue what fucking VooDoo Theater is.
Well, you're about to.
You're about to, motherfucker. As soon as I can figure out how to MP4V. I don't know what that means. Video. Is that what I want, Pat?
Just MP4. I don't know what MP4V is. V might stand for video.
Yeah.
But I thought MP4 was a video.
Well, we're going to try that one. We'll see how it goes. We're going to save this to the desktop to make life easy. Maybe nothing is easy. All right, so we're downloading the MP4 of VooDoo Theater. This will be a very, very, very special presentation of VooDoo Theater. I cannot wait. Big Eddie C, you cannot wait.
Oh, I can't.
And, of course, tonight's VooDoo Theater will be brought to us by Blue Note Bourbon, the official bourbon of the VooDoo Chef. And, of course, we now have our very own barrel of VooDoo Chef barrel select Blue Note Bourbon. And you can get yours by donating to the VooDoo Chef Foundation. Make a donation of $100 to the VooDoo Chef Foundation, and we will gift you a bottle of the VooDoo Chef Barrel Select Blue Note Bourbon at 116 proof. It is personally selected by myself. It is a very, very, very smooth, nice bourbon. We were drinking it. Was that last Friday, Pat?
It was.
I say we. I don't think I had any that night.
No, you did not. No.
Never give up. You must never surrender. That's Iron Maiden. What song is that, Ed? Dun 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 dun. Is that
that? I think that was the shit. I want to say that was like the intro to Aces High. It was a Winston Churchill speech.
I think so too.
So I would have to look. It kind of runs together.
Tavares Ware checking in. What's up, my man? It's been a hot minute. Nice to see you. Damn straight there, Michael Bat stuff.
Dodgeball. Yep.
Dat Lee, 5 beers in from the airport. Sue me. Hey, Dat, what airport are you sitting in at the present moment? We got Ronnie K checking in.
Hi, Ronnie.
And we still got Instagram going nuts. People coming in and out. Chef Joe coming in on Instagram. Of course, that's our girl, Joanne Chun. Long time. Just great young lady. Great young lady. Nice to have her hanging around. And then, of course, don't forget, if you are watching, throw the likes, throw the shares, throw the follows, little dinglings, whatever it is. Dat Lee is at Denver heading over to Houston. Dat, I still cannot thank you enough for my time in Houston. The Houstonian was just an amazing place to stay. Just amazing. And the restaurants you suggested, Mama somebody's. I'm sure you'll tell me in a minute. The home of the fajita, just a great town, and I can't wait to go back. So whenever you're ready to invite us, Dat, just saying.
I think he might be a little more in the bag because if he's in Denver, doesn't that altitude like get you more fucked up quicker?
It depends on what you're smoking with your beer, I think.
Well, I don't know what he's up to there. Probably nothing in the airport there, but come on, Dad. Inquiring minds want to know. I mean, I don't recall ever being hammered in Denver. I know I was in Denver, but I just remember going to see the outside of that hotel where they filmed The Shining.
All right. So apparently we cannot download we can't play a MP4 V, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, got me an MP4.
Woohoo!
Got me a Marlin. Man, we were quoting Austin Powers today. That is one of the best movies ever. I would love to know what y'all's favorite Austin Powers quotes are out there. Absolutely. Just pretty much had to put the movie on pause during the Fred Savage Moley scene, where Austin eventually puts the stick in the screen trying to touch the dude's mole. That was hysterical. I mean, I don't think there's anything about that movie I don't absolutely love. I would love to know if you guys have any favorite scenes from that movie, what they are, because we are planning on going back and watching that again real soon. I think it's the history of let's see, 1 week since I've seen that movie. I don't know. They're saying it's been out for like so many years, and that's why it's becoming relevant and out there again.
You talking about the first one or one of the other two?
Dude, absolutely all of them. They're all absolutely hysterical. Great line. I used to think you're crazy, but now I see you're nuts. I thank you. We just donated $100. Where's my Blue Note, Eric? It should have already sent to you, buddy. The Stanley Hotel, of course, where they filmed The Shining. Great whiskey bar. Dad Lee, have you ever been to Heller's House? I think it's called Heller's House out there in Denver. Let me know. I'd love to know if you get a chance to go over there and check out the chef, Troy Heller. Please tell him I said hello. He was one of my sous chefs when I was 20 years old. He was F&B at the Stanley House and now has his own place out there. Only two things that scare me. One is nuclear war. What's the other? Carnies, circus folk, nomads. Smells like cabbage. I thought I smelled cabbage. Oh, fuck. All right. Without further ado.
That shit.
Oh, fuck. When Michael Cage, is that his name? The old dude, Austin's dad, when he's like, two guys are coming to get him, and he's like, oh, come on now. Here's how it's going to go down. You're going to swing him, and you're going to miss. I'm going to karate chop. You're going to go down, and you don't even have a name tag. Just lay down. And then Dr. Evil goes, oh, he's good. All right. Without further ado, presented by Blue Note Bourbon, a little voodoo theater. And of course, the opening scene with the Blue Note Bourbon is our good friend Jada Vidal, showing us how much she loves the Voodoo Chef Barrel Select Blue Note Bourbon. And now for a little voodoo theater. This episode, portraying the role of Bill Workman, professional educator of an A school, will be Chef Humberto Del Campo. Please enjoy Biscuit Day.
Dude, is this real? Is it you? Biscuit!
That was a weekly occurrence back at Chamberlain High School with our good friend, Mr. Bill Workman, professional educator of a now online school.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my.
The funny thing is, I heard that happen, and I just ignored it, not knowing what the hell was going on. I'm like, you guys are idiots.
What's sad is we had to practice like 3 times.
I heard the first 2. I'm like, what is going on? What are these guys doing?
He's already 3 hours in bed.
Oh my God.
Dude,
That's hysterical.
Oh, that's too fucking funny. All right, we gotta keep sharing all the good things happening. I really want to talk about golf. So last year we kind of changed up our golf tournament a little bit, and we'll try that again like we're filming. Last year we changed up our golf tournament a little bit, and we called it Not Your Granddaddy's Golf Tournament because, in our first couple years we would have some serious golfers come out and like take us a little too serious. And when we had the heckle hole out there and Johnny B was out there with his megaphone, I mean, literally people are going to swing and he's like yelling at them like, you suck. Some serious golfers came up and just ignored the fuck out of him. And it crushed Johnny. He walked off the hole. He couldn't do it anymore. It was like he was on the set bombing and he just caved and walked away. He goes, dude, I don't know if I feel bad or I'm upset that they're not laughing at me. I don't know, but I don't want to do this, man. And thanks, Don Barnes for crushing our comic. So we went and did the quote unquote serious thing a little bit, but let's be real. How serious can you be when we've got alcohol like on? I don't want to say on every hole, but in every cart in excess. And cigars everywhere. And I mean, how serious can you really take the golf? So last year we tried something new. We called it Not Your Granddaddy's Golf Tournament, and it is so not. We kind of went more Happy Gilmore. So on one hole, we put 2 pins out there, and you can pick either one you went to. We had the traditional longest drive, straightest drive, closest to the pin. We had the we really couldn't emulate the putt shit falling all over the green. So instead, we took a lot of beach inflatables and just threw them all over the course. Pat, what else did we do? I can't remember. One club. You had to pick one club and play with one club for the entire hole.
Yep. We had the chip it. It's one with the hula hoops.
Yep. Chip it to win it.
Happened
You
on the
got
same hole.
green egg.
Yep.
This year, we're adding something new this year that we're adding 2 something news. So this year, one of the holes is going to be called the fastest hole in golf. And what will happen is your team of 4 will have to number themselves 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoever is number 1 will take the first shot off the tee. Number 2 will take the approach shot off the fairway. Number 3 will take either the second approach shot or the first putt. And number 4 will wrap it up. Dat Lee, log on to VooDoo Chef Golf right now, VooDooChefGolf.com, and sign your team up. I'm sure Glenn will come out and drink with you because God knows he ain't going to play golf. So when we call it the fastest hole in golf, I've seen it done in under 10 seconds. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put some time parameters out there. And if you get it in the hole in under the time parameters, you'll be able to subtract 1 stroke off your actual score. If you meet the window of time parameter, you'll keep your score. And if you go over the time parameter, you'll add a point to your score. If you watch this, you can go to TikTok and search fastest hole in golf. It looks pretty damn fun and exciting if you're young, not like me. Yeah, you gotta move. You gotta be able to move. And if you're gonna do it in more than 4 shots, whoever's number 1 in your list there, he's gonna have to haul ass to that green to make sure he's able to take that shot. And then to wrap it up, we used to turn in your scorecards. We all go in to the clubhouse and we'd, have some food and hang out. This year we are going to drop 4 shots of Blue Note. There you go, Mitch. This year, everybody's going to skip hole 18. And when you turn in your scorecards, we're going to take the top 2 teams and 1 team of random draw. You could have the worst score of the day and still play in the finals for the win. The final 3 teams will line up on hole 18, and we will play a regulation shootout where you come down the fairway. It'll still be best ball for your team, and the winner will be decided on a hole 18. Now, while they're coming down the 18th green, the rest of us are going to be enjoying food libation, and a good time as we cheer them on coming down hole 18. I think we're having a fajita bar out there. Ironically, Big Eddie C's talking about paella. We might have the big 6-foot paella out there. And, of course, you know, Blue Note's going to be out there, Tequila 512, Tito's, all the usual suspects who come out and party with us and play with us. Right there, wrapped around hole 18, as those last 3 teams come down to determine the winner. It's going to be an absolute great day. We're back at the Eagles, and we will see what's going on. Kendra, what's going on?
Yeah, Kendra.
I want a VooDoo burger. Dad, if you come out, I will personally make you a VooDoo burger. Sign up your foursome, and we will make that happen. That is super duper easy, and of course, I would do it for you anyway, buddy.
So Eric, I don't know if you saw this, but I found a video from last year's golf tournament. I mean, I figured I'll share it here. It'll be short, I promise.
You found a video.
I found a little video from last year's golf tournament, right? So not saying that people do stupid stuff. But.
Fucking Callaway Diablo, right in the fucking puddle.
I'm kidding, of course. Wasn't last year's tournament.
Is that really our tournament?
No. I was kidding. It wasn't really our tournament, but that's kind of so. If anything,
but that's what's funny. It could have been.
If we're looking to do something fun, we may or may not maybe put a little pool of water on one of the holes and say you got to hit it out of that pool of water. If you're looking to change it up a little bit.
That's just evil, dude. That's just evil. Oh my goodness, we got royalty in the house. Our man Skipper, all the way from man. I don't know if I'm gonna say it right from Bushnell. Checking in. Skip, how you doing, buddy? It's great to see you. I hope you and your family are doing well. Keep doing what you do. Keep making positive impacts on your community up there. And he's checking in from Texas. Are you out there doing an event, my friend? Travel safe if you are. If that's my competition, I'm winning. Yeah, you got to have a team before you can win, buddy. I think that tournament's on November 1. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive it's November 1. Log in on that and get ready to rock and roll. All right, we're flying through tonight, and we're going to keep moving on here. We're trying not to drop too much bullshit on you tonight because that's what we do. But with that said, I got to do it. We got to pay the bills. Yep. We're back at the Epicurean on June 13th, celebrating Father's Day. We talked to you about chicken and waffles. Maybe we didn't. I don't fucking know. Chicken and waffles, Game Changer Grouper, and Pecana. They're going to be paired with, I don't know, some sort of drinks. Something called a summer splash, right? Poolside. Yeah, I don't know what the first drink is, nor do I care. The last one, Pat does. He's all over it. The last one, of course, is an old-fashioned with the Blue Note. Dat, you need to fly into town for that and come out and hang out with us. And, of course, at the end, everybody, it's BYOC, bring your own cigar. But we dinner after the fact, and this time I'm going to remember to get ADCs with no onions. But we dinner after the fact. You're welcome to hang out and have dinner with us on the patio. We have dinner and then we smoke a cigar. Of course, you will have already eaten because we're going to feed you very, very well. All right, we're at that 45 mark, and we've got a young man who might be joining us here real soon. We started something new last week. I got the itch to start cooking again, and just wanted to get out and throw some food. So kind of started spinning an idea back and forth, and what we came up with was something that we're calling VooDoo Chef Live, Me's Fire VooDoo Cook. So what we do is we get together with another cook, and we decide on a protein that we're going to share. And then after we decide on a protein, what we do is I always let the guests pick first. They can pick a starch, a veg, or VooDoo. And when they pick the starch, they're picking a holistic starch. They might say rice. They might say, who the fuck knows what they're going to say? They pick. And we got IFA in the green room all ready to come in. It's been a hot minute since we've had IFA in the room, and he's got his game face on. Not that I'm like setting up my team, but I did set up my team. All right, so we pick our starch, we pick our veg, we pick our VooDoo, and then we got a week to go out and write our menu and do our shopping and grab our ingredients. And then we come back and we cook live. We have a half hour to cook. We ran the first episode. I think it was last Tuesday. Days all run together around here. I think it was last Tuesday. We did it with Wicked. It was a 1 hour, 1 hour show. And we got some good response back. Wicked, of course, played some shenanigans, and it was actually pretty funny. Make sure you go back, check that out. You can find that on RHS TV. I think they're actually showing it tomorrow night at the 11 o'clock hour. We're starting to drag 1 week on our replays just in case some shit hits the fan. We can have one in the bag. But go check that out on RHS TV. They'll be playing that tomorrow night at 11 p.m. And you'll see myself and Wicked. Ends up we both make chicken and Nashville hot waffles. And pretty good time. And this past weekend, and hey, Mitch and Fleener, I know you're both still out there. I sent you an email with a link to join us. So join us for a little bit of shenanigans and games coming up right after this. And Mitch, you and I are going to do a quick talk on what we're going to be making next week, or a little prelude. I haven't written a menu yet. We just picked this shit. We filmed this days running together. Maybe it was Sunday. Maybe it was Monday after work. I really don't know. But here's Mitch and I deciding what we're going to cook on VooDoo Chef Live. All right, Mitch, you accepted the call. You're ready to show us how you VooDoo. Next week, we're going to be tackling the protein shrimp. So start thinking, because you're going to get to choose between starch, veg, or VooDoo. So if we're doing shrimp, which category do you want to choose from? And then tell us what you're going to choose.
That's a tough one.
It really is. I'm sitting here going, I'm trying to figure out what you're going to pick so I can get ready with my next pick, because I got all kinds of things going through my head.
I mean, there's the obvious. Let's pick the starch and go with grits. But then there's the, that's so one-dimensional.
And it's in my wheelhouse.
So.
And you had commented one time, you said, man, if we do this, I'm picking the flavor profile first. I'm going VooDoo. So I'm really curious to see which direction you're going to go.
So I've come up with a secret weapon now on the VooDoo.
Uh-oh.
I've got a one in mind that I think I'd be able to use in anything we came up with.
Well,
let's have some fun with it. Let's start with the VooDoo.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm gonna go with VooDoo Zing.
Holy cow, dude. We wrote Zing. We put Zing in a bottle just for BRE. And it's going to be my mission to not make BRE for this dish. So if you're going with the VooDoo, I'm I'm gonna go to the starch, and I'm gonna pick rice, and that leaves things wide open. That leaves things wide open. So we got shrimp, we got zing, and we got rice. That leaves vegetable for you, my friend.
That also makes it interesting because rice, if you do it right, you gotta get that timing on it.
Right. We got 30 minutes. How about go ballsy and let's see you do some arborio, dude.
Well, that's what's going through my head right now, right? And so I think I am going to go with that the veg I had been thinking about.
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
So wait, before I say the veg.
Yep.
We need protein, starch, and veg. Can they be together?
This needs to be a composed dish. We don't want a cafeteria 1, 2, 3. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a composed dish. So it is meant to be that center of the plate presentation. We're not talking about we're going to get the Alice Springs chicken with broccoli and some rice. A composed dish.
All right. Let's do.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken rice.
Mushrooms.
What'd you pick?
Mushrooms.
Holy cow. So we got shrimp, we've got rice, we've got mushrooms, and we've got zing. Wow. You know what? Hey, if you're out there watching, that gives you 1 week to order your zing, to go do your shopping, create your menu, whatever you're going to cook, and you too can voodoo like we do. Mitch, I can't wait till next week. I think this is going to be a tough one. We got our hands full, and I think, like you say, it's all about the timing.
Yeah, and like there's such an obvious dish with it that comes to mind, but to me that's too obvious, too easy.
I think if you try to pull off a mushroom risotto with shrimp, you're on crack because ain't nobody doing that in 30 minutes and doing it right. With that said, I'll see you in 1 week, my friend. And you know what? We're going to see what the menus are, but let's get Mitch in here real quick. Mitch, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
We filmed that, I don't know, Sunday, fucking Monday, days all running together. I can tell you it was during the day because it's fucking light outside when we did it. At least.
Oh, come on. It was 5 minutes ago.
We both have on different clothes. You're full of shit. But you always, when we joked and talked about this, you always said you were going to pick the VooDoo flavor profile first so you could control the flavor of the dish. And you ended up doing that. And you picked zing. And you said that's now your secret weapon. It's your go-to. You put it on everything.
It might have backfired.
Why is that?
My mind is going a different direction. I mean, I'll still be able to use it, but it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
I think what happens is the more time we have to think about it, the more we overthink it and try to figure out what's going on. IFA, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. IFA put in the private chat that he has no sound. Can you hear us now, IFA? IFA can't hear us. We're going to find out. Turn your volume up. I'm just kidding. It looks like my ringer for the game show is going to like fucking shoot me in the ass. I don't know how to do the private chat either. Oh, you hit the private chat button.
Private chat and start typing.
Video on Eastern.
So Mitch, have you thought much about what you're going to do?
Yeah.
I haven't given it much thought at all. And
please, you probably already have the recipe written down.
I've already made it 4 times. No, I'm kidding. I haven't really paid much thought about it because there's so much going on. We're going nuts as you are. School's coming to an end. And even though we're 12 months, it's still a little hectic where we're at. So I really, really haven't given it much thought, but I need to now because 1 week from tonight we'll be going live cooking side by side. I don't like to say head to head because we're not competing. We're sharing thoughts, sharing ideas, and that's what it's about. It's about just getting together and cooking and seeing what we each come up with and talking about how we got there and how the influences that played a part in getting us there. And I think that's the most important part about cooking. It's not about who can do what or any of that. It's about sharing the thoughts and ideas and the journey that took us to that end plate.
That's the fun part.
So next week we're going to be doing shrimp, risotto, rice, not risotto.
Rice.
Shrimp, rice. IFA, give me a thumbs up if you can hear us now. Shrimp. Oh, he's good. We're back. Shrimp, rice, mushrooms, and zing. Now, that doesn't mean we can't use other things. Of course, you're going to have your whole pantry of items that you're going to use to create that final dish. And we're just going to see how it plays out. I mean, we've got one in the bag, and who knows what it's going to end up like. We have no fucking clue.
So I need a little bit of clarification. How much of my meats can I have done?
He wants to par cook his risotto. Do whatever you need to do to get to that end result.
Well, no, I mean, do I have to pre-cut all my vegetables, or I got to do all that stuff on air?
I don't think I'm going to.
Can I have the water hot?
Well, yeah, you can heat your dude. I don't give a fuck what you do. You do you. I don't know if you saw the first episode. Wicked burnt the fuck out of shit. That
was some movie magic, man. They conned your butt. They conned your butt. That was movie magic.
Gunnar was putting the waffle batter in the iron. I'm like, dude, put more, man. You don't have enough. Shit's fucking seeping out the side. And then they got that little ass fucking waffle iron. Fucking couldn't even. I think they took it out of the goddamn dollhouse. And then we get done, and fucking they got the whole fucking spread out after the commercial. You gotta love it. I thought that was fucking awesome.
There was. Definitely liked how quickly his waffle iron recovered.
So right, and recovered in the 6-minute commercial break. It not only recovered, it produced a dozen waffles. So what we're saying, we got Sally Perez checking in. Sally, I don't know if you went to Hillsborough or Chamberlain, because all that shit runs together in my head, but it's nice to have you in the room tonight. Thanks for checking in. When you're done, Mitch, I expect to see 12 dishes just like everybody else, just like Wicked. I expect to see a full buffet service ready to rock and roll, enough to serve 50 people. We're going to be lucky if I make 2 dishes.
So you're saying I need to do this at school with my class?
Right. I gotta know what that says. IFA alias Shortbeard. Is that right? Mitch, where'd you get the fucking Monster Water? I don't have any more.
This is the last one that you gave me.
Ryan, I know you're watching. I know you're on your 3rd surgery to recover from something that happened like in January. And I hope you feel better, but more importantly, I hope we get our monster soon. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. You got to take care of you, man. Dat Lee says Chambo. Woohoo! We got all the Chambo folk checking in today. Very cool.
Oh, speaking of Chambo, I finally got to see the Outback Cafe last week.
What'd you think?
It was interesting. It actually looked like it might have been Outback one time.
Right? It looks like you could have picked it up and moved it there.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing out at Chambo?
Francis was nominated for one of those awards that they were doing for the
thing.
Yeah. For the
thing.
Yeah. What the what? Oh yeah, the ESC kids. For ESC teachers.
So they had the award ceremony in the Outback out there?
No, they had it in the reception part was in the cafeteria, and then they had the thing in the auditorium. What I understand is why do you have to go outside to get into your dining room?
Because it would have costed another $500,000 to connect the two buildings.
So what's another half?
So at the time, Outback estimated $160,000 to build the entire thing, and then the school district got involved, and
Fucked it up.
they said it. I didn't say it, Ed. It was you. Normally, I say shit and y'all shut up. The school district got involved, and the price went up to $750,000. And I basically said, yo, I don't know what's going on, but Outback said they could do it for about $150. I don't know who's on the list, but I need to know how I get my name on that list. And I got kicked under the table, and then it was sent back out for 3 more quotes. The last quote came in. It was pretty much a mirror of what Outback presented to do to the building, but it cost $230,000. So that's how it ended up getting where it's at. It would have been nice had the buildings connected. We had a great plan to do it. It just wasn't in the cards, but we were fortunate enough. I mean, that's a one-of-a-kind facility. They don't have that anywhere else.
Absolutely.
You'll see Outback artifacts in other programs and things set up like that. And hey, Dad, call me. Hey, Dad, fucking call me. Dad, we need to talk about sponsors for the VooDoo Chef Foundation because we've got some events coming up, and I'd love to talk about how we can raise more money so we can help more people. And if you think you can help do that, let's make sure that we're able to do that, because that's what allows us. I mean, Dad, you say a lot of kind things about me, but that's what's going to allow us to be able to help more people. Speaking of helping people, we're going to need to get some more people in this room to help us, because when we come back, we're going to play a brand new game.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay better listen up. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they seek.
What's going on, Voodies? You know, I love macarons. And Shay Sweets, my girl Shay Daniels, makes the absolute best. I want you to check out this drop-off today. Red, white, and blue. Not only all-American, but oh my God, this one is called Nostalgia. That is a bomb pop. An old school bomb pop right off the ice cream truck. You've got the colors, you've got the flavors. You've got red, white, and blue. You've got lime, you've got cherry, and you've got blue raspberry. In my opinion, these are the best. Oh my God, that's nostalgia. Get you some Shay Sweets.
In my opinion,
All right, it's almost time. I'm just curious. We've got David Lamb over in the Instagram feed. Says the best kitchen he's ever been in to this day was over at, I'm assuming he's talking about Chambo. And of course, over on Instagram Live right now, we have Chef Pat Artz in the room. I don't fucking know why he's in the goddamn stream.
I was just seeing what it looks like on my phone here. I just figured, let me see while we had that video playing.
Does it look just like this?
It does, but a lot smaller though. It fits on here instead of the big screen in front of me. No, I was just curious.
I have it open up on my another window. All right. Fleener went shadowed, so we're going to jump past him. We're going to bring in IFA checking in all the way from Iowa, the president of the Iowa Farmers Association. IFA, what's going on, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute.
You know, every 10 seconds I lose picture, and every other time I lose the sound. So I've reloaded this thing 5 times.
It's working now, partner.
Oh, you fucked up.
I am so fucked
Is it though?
in this game. Do you know sign language? That was the right word. I get a point. Oh shit, IFA, we're fucked. It's that dude, being the president of the Iowa Farmers Association definitely has its benefits. Why does Pat have a halo over his head right now?
Look at that.
Special. I'm special.
I have ADD. I don't know what happened to IFA. We can't hear a thing he's saying. But you know, like I said, being the president of the Iowa Farmers Association definitely has its benefits. But the main drawback is you got to live in Iowa. All right, bring it to the screen right now. We're waiting on IFA. We got our man Flea checking in. What's up, Flea?
What is happening? Sorry, I was putting my kid to bed.
You're all good. IFA has no internet, so I'm
Wait. Isn't it past your bedtime, Flanian?
Yeah, but it's not trivia tonight, so it's okay.
All right, let's see if IFA can get back in this room. How we doing now, buddy?
Yeah, that was number 6. I'm sure.
Well, we're going to start this game now. So what we're going to play tonight is we're going to play a little bit of password. And Fleener, you can call shenanigans all you want.
He's going to find a way to.
I'm sorry. I'm reading shit, and I shouldn't because I don't know what it said. Now I want to know what it said. So the way password works, I've emailed the family 3 words, and we'll just go in order. Me and IFA, Big Eddie, Fleener's out.
Oh,
there he is.
Ed and Fleener, and Pat and Mitch. So we're just going to go in order. From round 1, I'll start, and then Ed, and then Pat, and then round 2, Ed will start, then Pat, then me, and so on and so forth. We will give a 1-word clue to try to get our partner to say the password. And if we get the password on the first clue, it's 10 points. Second clue, 9. Third, 8, all the way down. I'm going to do my best to keep score, but we all know that's not going to happen too well, especially since I'm writing on the all-important restaurant notebook, a wet bar nap. So the first password, like I said, we give 1-word clues and our partner has to guess. And don't be trying none of these double word hyphenated shits where we got to like try to play rules and we can't think that much. This has got to be like dumbed down for like special crew. I mean, let's be real. David Lamb's still watching. I love you, David. All right. So here I go for the first password. Word number 1, guys, top of the list. The first clue there, IFA. Hideous. Hideous.
Oh, my gosh. Who picked these words?
AI.
Not the clue.
Actually, they're off a 3rd grade password word list.
Oh,
hideous.
Hideous.
Girls.
Oh, you're right. No, that's not right. All right. Big Eddie C for 9 points. You and Fleener. Clue, your first clue.
homely.
Ugly.
You fuckers. 9 points to the education duo there.
You couldn't say duckling?
I could have had, if I didn't. I could have been more Pacific, but I wasn't.
That's right.
All right. So Big Eddie C and Fleener, fuck you both, have 9 points. And you get to start round 2, Big Eddie C. So you pretty much wrap up the game if you get this now. We're number 2, Big Eddie C. What's your first clue?
Okay. Drunk.
Wasted.
Fuck you, Fleener. Man, it looks like we're going back to trivia next week. Oh, look at that fucking.
No
you didn't even get a chance to play.
Now I know how it feels when people don't talk at all during these games. That's funny how that felt.
No, we're gonna have a new.
How are you gonna stretch this one out?
Well, we got the autistic duo here, bro. I mean,
Definitely.
I mean, Jesus Christ! Now we got to fill fucking 20 minutes. Holy shit! All right, for grins and giggles, Pat. Let's start the round 3 here. Just for grins and giggles to see how we do. Round 3, we're at 10 points. Not that it matters. It's all made up anyway. Different game.
That might be one of the hardest words on the damn list. Cucumber.
Vegetable.
Yes, it is, but that's not the word. Oh, I suck. Is
that your clue?
No. The clue I gave would have been like not acceptable.
I mean, I suck and cucumber are 2 very interesting clues.
Hamburger.
Try not to go there.
What? Oh, pickle.
I was gonna say you said cucumber. I was gonna say pickled.
Shit.
Yeah, I was hoping that Mitch would have said that.
I guess we need to just not have. We need to have 6 fucking words, not 3, and maybe we'll go a little longer. Who the fuck knows? But
Don't we go the other way?
I'll just take a little lotion break and
God.
Let's talk. Since we got both the boys.
Don't go there.
Somebody was gonna.
I saw they're counting.
So
it's all adding up.
You know, we have done so much since we've been on the reg. And one of the things we did was we shot over to Billy Floyd's house and we took over his podcast. And when I say took over, I mean we literally took over his podcast. And you know, it was a really cool night because Spider cooked, Fleener cooked, Mitch was hands, you know, Pat and I were hands, and we just put out a lot of food.
That was fun
at Billy Floyd's house. And you know, Fleener, we didn't really talk much because you and I watched wrestling the whole way home and apparently pissed everybody off.
Yeah, fuck them.
Right? I mean, let's go back to the quote. Let's go back up here. Where's Fleener's quote that he was correcting Ed?
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
Pickled.
Pickle. So Fleener and I watched wrestling the whole way home. And here's what he has to say to everybody. But Fleener, how did you feel like knowing that you were going to cook for? I mean, you cook for your family, but But have you ever cooked for other peeps like that before and then live on the internet?
Definitely not in a setting like that. I mean, I've definitely cooked for my family and some extended family. I was a little nervous going in, but I mean, you know, Pat and Mitch made it much easier with their help in the background there.
Just it was a great night. You made some Nashville hot, and dude, it was fucking killer.
That was good.
I absolutely enjoyed the dish you put out, more so watching you were excited and you were having fun, and that's always super cool, and that's what we get to do like almost every day. And it's a cool feeling when other people taste your food and go, oh my god, that was fucking good.
You know? I mean, like there was one point where Billy's like, you hear that? It's quiet because everybody's eating. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
You know, I'm trying to find pictures of it, but apparently they're all on Spider's phone.
I found the video. I'm trying to find a certain picture, but I can't even find that one picture.
I can't find. Only thing I can find is the goddamn tostada, and that's because we took that like 4 years before we made it.
Oh shit!
It's true. I don't even know what date that was. What date was that?
April 19th.
March, April. Well, I'm in March, so
Damn,
there you
off
go.
the top of your head.
Well, I'm on the other screen here. I'm looking at Kitchen Killer's Facebook, trying to find the picture.
Oh, okay.
Or video. It was posted on the 19th.
That's just he's on Team Autism with you guys.
Or sorry, April 18th, Friday the 18th. Posted on the 19th.
I was sitting there. April was a blur. There was too many events.
Right? One after another, after another, after another. All right, here we go. So let's go present. We'll go share screen, window here, share. All right, here we go. Here's Spider showing off his culinary technique as he's looking at the camera while he cuts. Watch this. Right? Now he's going to look up. I'm a stud. Look at me. You got to love it. Got to love it. And, of course, Spider cooked the first dish. Here's Flea breading his chicken. Here we are. Pat's jumping in, knocking out some of the fry. Fleener's jumping in on fry. Mitch scooping. Mitch, was this for the chicken or for the shrimp?
Shrimp.
So the VooDoo shrimp went on a bed of coconut rice for Spidey. And, you know, that's – oh, shit. What am I doing? Shouldn't have put lotion on my hands. Of course, once you break out the camera, this is what Mitch does. Throws on his fucking glasses.
My wife hates that shit when I do that. She yells at me, take them damn things off.
So here's Spidey making his version of VooDoo shrimp, and God, they're yummy. They're yummy. And just everybody hanging out in the background. That's what we do. Spider's like, I got this. And then here
hanging
we go.
Out because we wanted the shrimp.
Time for plate. Dropping all the plates down. Just, you know, it's all hands on deck when we do things like this. And, you know, if you watch the Kitchen Killer podcast, you'll see, you know, there's 2 or 3 people at the house. There's 23 motherfuckers at the goddamn house because we all showed up. You know, they heard we were coming. Fucking our buddy Nordone drove up from fucking Venice. So, you know, just a great fucking day, great night, doing what we do. Of course, we had some macarons there. Mitchell, here we are plating the tostada. And there's the fellas hanging out there. Just a great night. Eddie C had a dinner date that night. And TBH, I would have rather gone to the dinner date too. But it's always a great night getting to hang out and cook for other people and having them experience your food. So it was nice. And it was nice to have everybody out there. Eddie C, we did miss you.
Miss y'all as well.
You would have had to ride on Fleener's lap.
I was gonna say that was a ride.
Oh, if that was a precondition, then hard no, dog.
Hard no.
Hard. Yeah.
No pun
Wait,
intended.
wait.
Womp womp.
Right? I'm glad somebody said it. IFA, what's going on up there in Iowa? What's the weather like right now?
It's hotter than shit up here.
Define
What,
hot.
it's 80?
Define hot? Well, you got to remember, we're coming off 20 below, you know.
Oh, shit.
So when all of a sudden it's 80, you know, that's a 100-degree swing. Your body has to adjust to that crap over time, not over a weekend.
Right. I didn't think of it like that.
So it's, you know, 80 doesn't sound bad, but for us, that's sweltering.
Man, I'd give a ball for it to be 80 here now. Shit.
Right?
Fucking 80. We won't see that again until late October. Wow.
Yeah, but we're still in that it could snow yet part of the year.
Oh my God.
But
are you
now
serious?
It's 80 degrees. Oh yeah, we've had snow in May. But I think spring came a little early. All the crops are in like 2 weeks ahead of schedule, and corn's out of the ground. It's
Oh wow.
yeah, it's kind of nice, except I'm already mowing twice a week.
I mow twice a week too, but when I say me, I mean some guy named Troy.
Yeah, we planted some tomatoes today, so, and my grapes are doing pretty good. I should get some grapes this year.
Wow.
It's year 3, so we'll see.
I want no part of that, brother.
Well,
So
we only have gardener snakes here. We don't have your snakes up here.
yeah, fuck that, bro. Garden snakes give you a heart attack.
Only good snake's a dead snake to Eric.
Damn straight.
Well, up here they eat the mice, so you know you don't want mice.
I hate mice.
I
We,
know.
we
I
have,
don't want
we have
snakes
gators
either.
for that.
So, you know, we might have depending on time of year, tomorrow's going to dictate a lot of cool things. So, I don't know if anybody knows what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is the 14th, I believe. Am I right on that? Tomorrow's the
All day.
14th.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
wife's
they
birthday.
announce the NFL schedule. And once they announce the NFL schedule, we're going to know when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the San Francisco 49ers. And this is a long journey, but it'll make sense. And when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the San Francisco 49ers and the 49ers come to town, that means they're bringing Brock Purdy with them. And if you didn't know this, Brock Purdy is from Iowa.
He's not from Iowa.
Where's he from?
He's from Arizona. He went
but
to
where did he play
school
football?
at Iowa State.
Yeah, same fucking shit. Same fucking shit. He's a Cyclone.
Potato.
That's right.
Just like you're from Iowa. You're the president of the Iowa Farmers Association, but you're from fucking Pennsylvania and then Florida.
That's right.
But you're the president of fucking the Iowa Farmers Association. And if we did anything we did up by you, just think of the sponsorship dollars we would have. I mean, fucking tens and tens of dollars. So tomorrow, we are going to have the announcement of the schedule. We will know when the 49ers will be in town, which means we will know when IFA will be in Tampa, Florida. And if all the stars align, who knows? There could be a Friday night Epicurean, and IFA could be standing up there cooking with us.
Ooh.
You know, my very first.
Only if it's low tide.
Other than that, he's going to be out fishing. And you know what?
That's right.
I will send you out with my boy, Fleener's back. He's like the 80s. Who knows? But we will find all that out tomorrow. But I am curious as to what you guys think. Will the Buccaneers be playing Detroit on Thanksgiving Day?
That leaked out today. I think from Reliable source says the Bucks are playing the Rams in the night game on Thanksgiving, because you know how they have a 12:30, then a 4. The night game is supposed to be them and the Rams. They have like these little unofficial but really official leaks that came out today.
Is that a Tampa game?
I have no fucking idea.
No, it's not. So I heard that
No,
too.
no,
but
no. It's I've been watching all day for the leaks. The Rams are playing. Gosh, I saw it. Seattle on that day.
On Thanksging?
I don't know. I hope to God the Bucks are playing somebody on Thanksgiving, because I got 2 words for you. Cha-ching. Because I will sell my tickets for some fucking real dollars, and that would be a great, great fucking thing. Right? That's going to be a great, great thing. It's going to be a great time when IFA comes down. We'll definitely plan some stuff and get out there and have some fun. And hopefully we'll see you guys out there with us. Mitch, talk to me about this big event that I came to your place for, and the competition you did, and Miss Nola who won. We got about 3 minutes, but I want to share that and give your school and Nola some props, because that was a great event.
It was. I'm so proud of all 3 of the young ladies that competed. And Nola, you have to understand, she came into a kitchen she wasn't familiar with a chef who had never done this type of competition setup before. So there was logistic things that we didn't realize until she needed it. But she kept on going through everything, and she produced an amazing dish. And thanks to the Epicurean Foundation, she walked away with was it $2,500 scholarship. That's
everybody that attended got treated to a lovely meal, a nice little Cuban charcuterie board. We had some ceviche. We had some mocktails. These are all non-alcoholic, guys. Don't start freaking out. We had a nice little salad here. Of course, I pushed away all the fruit because that's who I am. And it was just a real good time. Here they are, the 3 competitors. Mitch, take over from here.
So that's Jalea. That's one of my students. Nola's on the left-hand side. And I forgot her name. She came through in the clutch. Our original person had to back out. They had to go out of town. And she found out about this practically the night before. And she came in and got 2nd place. Really sweet girl from Strawberry Crest. She also put out an amazing dish.
And I got to tell you, watching them communicate about their food, just absolutely awesome. But I think the highlight of the night, Mitch, was when I snuck into your walk-in cooler and downed about 24 cream puffs that were filled with fucking key lime pie filling that were just like fucking knock your socks off fucking good, dude.
They were.
I legit think I ate 24 of them fuckers, dude. Fuck you for that.
Well, you know, the students did all the work. You know, they put all the time into it.
Absolutely an amazing night. It's always great when we get to recognize students. And I say we because you did invite me to come out and hang out and be part of that and witness that. Big shout out to Jada Vidal sitting in the Instagram room right now. She was out there that night. It was nice to see her. She acted as one of your judges, along with members of the Epicurean. Absolutely just a great night, dude.
I got to tell you, I loved how Jada and Sam took to the kids and talked to them in a way that they would understand, and that all 3 of them left there excited about the night.
Right? I mean, that's always a win when even though you don't win, you win, and you feel like that when you walk away. Mm-hmm. Hey, big shout out to everybody. You're welcome to stay in the green room. We're getting ready to premiere Tracks from When Music Didn't Suck, guys. We appreciate everybody coming, hanging out with us on our first night back. Next week, we're going to VooDoo Chef Live, Me's Fire VooDoo Cook, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for another hangout just like this. Until then, enjoy the premiere of Tracks from When Music Didn't Suck. Peace and love, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to Tracks from When Music Didn't Suck. My name's Erik Youngs. You might know me as the VooDoo Chef, and I'm here with my good pal, Chemo Gray. He and I go all the way back to 1986. Life brought our paths together, and we've been hanging ever since. Chemo, what's going on, friend?
Man, not a whole lot, but we're going to be talking about some good music today. That's for sure, my brother.
We're going to be talking about great music every day, like we always do. And tonight, we're actually going to tackle Stryper's first full-length release, Soldiers Under Command, released back in 1985, when music didn't suck, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's all about. You know, before we do, though, let's take some questions from the mailbag. You know, we got booties out there who follow the podcast and all that stuff, and they send questions all the time. One of the questions we got recently was about guitars, and I figured how apropos. The question was, what do you look for when you're purchasing a new guitar? Hey, Chemo, I'm going to let you take this because you're the master, bro.
Hey, simple. Like I was just saying before in our pre-production meeting. Hey, look, my old Chemo, you know, when I first started, it was like, hey, it's got to look cool. I love Jakey Lee. So what did I do? I got a copy Jakey Lee guitar, a Rio Pro 2.
I remember it.
Oh, man, I loved it. Double humbuckers, bridge, neck. You can select the bolt, single coil. Wonderful, right? But older Chemo's going to say, hey, if you're buying a first guitar, make sure it's comfortable and it's going to, you know, probably provide all the styles of music that you like to play. So my recommendation always, you can't go wrong with like nice Stratocaster, a lot of pickups to think about. Wow. But yeah, that's what I look for in a guitar. First time guitar, get something that's comfortable, you know, and if you're not going electric, then get a nice acoustic, learn those chords before you start leading the way and have a good time at it.
You know, that's the best advice. Learn the bass, no matter what guitar you get. Start with the basics. And by looking behind me, you can kind of guess how shallow I am when it comes to guitars. I want the shapes. I want the flash. I love my Flying V's. But let's not fool us. I've got the Les Pauls and I've got the Strats hanging as well because you got to have those traditional old schools to get it going. Very cool, dude. I remember your white guitar. That was so Jakey Lee. More importantly, you could shred like him too, dude.
No, not so much. But you know, my dreams.
Dude, when he left Ozzy, I was there when you got the call.
I know. It was like, I came out like you to come over and fix my burrito. You know, sure. How about playing guitar? Not a chance, fat boy. Anyway, so.
Oh, that's too funny, man. We got a second question, and it actually came via text from our good friend, Jose Charuca. And how funny, because the album we're looking at tonight it comes from Stryper, his favorite band. And he's probably going to be upset that he's not on the podcast with us. But he asks, what is that device called the guitarists put around their neck? What is it and what's it used for? Now, it's called a capo, and we use this to change the key of the guitar or whatever. You know, it's in that open E. If you put the capo on the first fret, it takes it to the F. I I don't use it too often unless I'm being lazy and I don't want to tune from E flat to E. Chemo, do you use this much at all?
I do, and especially when I'm playing acoustic guitar, because there's a lot of times you want that open sound up in the key of G or key of A, and you can't get that, just doing it without the capo. So yeah, it's nice. Or maybe you're dropping down to A flat, whatever, those flat keys, which are for guitar players sometimes could be challenging. So you don't have to do that. You can just keep on playing the same patterns that you do normally for a G or a C or a D chord, but you're just moving that up the fretboard. So yeah, it just makes life easier definitely for guitar players.
Absolutely. And I forgot about making those open chords, making life easier by moving it up and down the neck.
I'm all about life easy. Come on.
Yeah, but that's still just being lazy at the end of the day.
No. It's just being smart. It's guitar smart.
I like that. Guitar smart.
Guitar smart.
TM. We own that now.
That's right. And registration. Ricky Bobby.
I forgot that one. I forgot it. Hey, guys, if you want to ask us questions, hit us on the social pages at VooDoo Chef 13. Drop it in there. Maybe put a little mark in there called music or tracks from when music didn't suck so that we know that's what it's about. And our team will get it over to us so we can keep it here. Most importantly, don't go away, because when we come back, we're going to take a deep dive into Soldiers Under Command from Stryper that came out in 1985 when music didn't suck.
I get asked all the time, why Tequila 512? And it would be real easy for me to say it's the 100% blue agave, the locally sourced volcanic spring water, the triple distillation, the 24-hour charcoal filtration. Hell, we could talk about the bourbon barrels, the oxygenation process, but at the end of the day, it just tastes damn good. Tequila 512, the official tequila of the VooDoo Chef.
Welcome back. We're talking about Stryper's debut full-length album, Soldiers Under Command, that came out in 1985, back when music didn't suck. Chemo, what's your first recollection of Stryper and being introduced to their music?
Well, two things. Had a friend, God rest his soul, Vince Marsicano, great guitar player, great brother in the Lord, like that. He was saved way before I ever got saved. And, he had a connection with Stryper like I do now, many years later. But he introduced it to, that band to me. And then I always remember the newscasters always saying, these guys are throwing Bibles out at the concerts. And I always just thought, that's the greatest thing, man. I'm like, hey, but yeah, that was my first recollection.
That's cool, man. I didn't know Vince was the one that turned you on. You introduced me to Vince, rock solid dude. I'm sorry that he's gone, man. I was introduced to Stryper by my friend Bob, and he called me up and he said, hey, I'm going to go see this concert. Do you want to go? I'm going to a Christian rock show. And I was like, that's interesting. Let's go. And we went and saw them in St. Pete. They opened up for another band. And those Bibles you're talking about, I caught one that very first show.
Nice.
I wish I could tell you this was it. Back in those days, they would buy Bibles and just put their stickers on them.
Mm-hmm.
And it meant something more to one of my friends, so I let him have it. And you and I have been going to see Stryper since 1986 together. And we saw them as recent as like a year ago over in Orlando. Mm-hmm. And I told the story to Jose. And shortly after that, Jose brought me one of his Bibles because he has multiple. So very cool. I received a Bible at my first Stryper show when I was with Bob, good friend of mine. And then I received it at the last show when I was with my friends. Just great memories, man, all along the way, from the Bayfront Center to Night of Joy to the last time we saw them at the House of Blues. And I really do relate them to my time with you, because when you and I connected and finally got into the musical gimmick and you introduced me to Scott and Jose and Jay, we got together at Scotty's house, and one of the first songs we played together, I should say tried, was Soldiers Under Command. And by try, I definitely mean this guy.
Stop. All of us, man.
But, come on. Maybe we'll take a look at that footage.
Yes, there is footage.
I do have it, and maybe we'll play it, but maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't.
All right, let's jump into this because we're going to score these things on a few different criteria. First thing, we're going to look at the album art. We're going to look at the outside art, the inside art, the liner notes, the whole package, and we're going to score that. Second thing we're looking for is quality of songs. Is it all killer? How much filler? We'll see. What were the hits? How many releases? How many hit the charts? We'll talk about that. And finally, something very important to me, the track order. There has to be a sensible order to the tracks. Finally, playability. Would you listen to this album again? We'd love to see what you score. Drop your scores in the comments and play along with us. How are we scoring? Real simple. We're going to score each category on a scale from 1 to 6 strings. 1 string representing a hard pass. 2 strings, meh. 3 strings, it's definitely worth the listen. 4 strings, I'd check it out again. 5 strings, a def go-to. 6, it's in my solid rotation. So if you're ready, let's take a look at Stryper's debut album, Soldiers Under Command, starting with album art. Chemo, how do you feel about the album art? We were talking about it earlier. Tell me what you think.
You know, it's definitely solid in the fact that the band's on there. I kind of like that. I dig when the band's on there, and they got the vehicle there, and they're dressed in the classic Stryper outfit. So love it. All the yellow and black, all the better. You know, it just doesn't have that, you know, a graphic artist appeal. So, you know, I ended up giving it, I believe, 4 strings. So that's what I'm going to go with.
A very strong 4 strings.
Yes.
Now, for myself, when I saw the front cover of the album, to me, I had already seen Stryper. I had already had their EP. So when I saw this, for me, it did not hit into my musical genre as much as I would expect. Being more into the flash and the glam, you know, for me, this was a little strong. And I get it, and I get the message they're saying, but it wasn't until I turned the album over and I got to see the back cover when I said, this is the band that I know. So when you look at this, you can see the big hair, you can see the guitars. And, you know, I love that they got the chevrons there going back to the soldiers. The whole thing played into it. And even over the top, even more, something that, for me, very important back in the day, we didn't have Apple Music. If we were listening to an album, we would have to stop it and go back and play it again in order to find out the lyrics. They included the lyric sheet on the album cover, on the inside sleeve, and it also came with the merch paper. And I loved looking at the merch paper. For me, the front cover is what brought it down.
That's why I gave it 4 strings. Let's do a quick recap. For album art, for Soldiers Under Command, I gave it a 4 strings, and Chemo also gave it a 4 strings.
When we come back, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to take a look at the songs, the playability, and find out Stryper's total score for their debut album, Soldiers Under Command. Don't go away. We're coming back with more tracks from when music didn't suck. Whiskey lovers know how critical temperature variations are to aging whiskey. Blue Note Bourbon is crafted in Memphis, Tennessee, where it is aged in their warehouses located just east of the Mississippi River. And based on its fruity vanilla flavor with smooth oak finish, the unique microclimate of the region with high humidity and steady temperature adds up to create the perfect place for aging. Head down to the Crossroads and jump into a juke joint and enjoy every bluesy note of the official bourbon of the VooDoo Chef, Blue Note Bourbon.
Secret in the kitchen, spices and shop. VooDoo Chef, got the potion, feel the heat in every bite. Do a worship with devotion, flavor takes you to new heights.
So hey, I'm Casey Grello. I play drums with Queensryche, and I love VooDoo Chef. It's amazing stuff. My wife and I cook with it all the time. Thank you, VooDoo Chef.
Hey, this is Andrew from the Boozy Pig, and when we play with our meat, it's always with the VooDoo Chef. Hey everybody, it's your girl Miss Ruby Red Monroe, all the way from San Francisco, California. Don't forget, you should check out some VooDoo Chef Dirt. See, I can be a spokesmodel. VooDoo Chef Dirt is an amazing product. I use it all the time in my kitchen, but also the fun fact about this product is that a portion of the proceeds go to culinary scholarships, which is really amazing. So if you can, go out, check us out online, VooDoo Chef. Find it at a store near you. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.
Hey guys, I just wanted to tap in real quick and talk to you about the VooDoo Foundation and what it's done for me. My junior year, I started with the foundation in my first competition where I created a quesadilla taco with my partner. It was absolutely amazing. Through that competition, I got to meet a lot of new judges, new people, and open my eyes about what I wanted to do in this industry. My second competition was in my senior year where I once again created another dish, talked to some more people, and learned some new things. Right now I'm working with the foundation and furthering my skills, and it's really helping me improve. So I'll check in with you guys later. If you want to learn more or help donate so you can get other people to start doing what I'm doing, go ahead and click this QR code right here and it'll give you all the information you need.
Welcome back to Tracks When Music Didn't Suck. We already took a look at album art, and I scored it a 4 overall, and Chemo did the same. We had different reasonings, but we both came up to the same conclusion. Now we're going to take a look at quality of songs. We're going to take a look, is it all killer? How much filler? What are the hits? How many did they put out? And most importantly, for me, that track order. Chemo, let's get this thing rolling. If we're looking at the quality of songs, how did you feel about the entire album? What did you think?
Well, first of all, it opens strong, Soldiers Under Command. Favorite, I mean, name of the album. However, if I'm going to give it where the thump is at, I like the way it closes out with the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Strong. In fact, when we were just up in Orlando to see them last year, they opened the show with that. Oh. I got goosebumps. You know, I mean, it's a great song.
It
obviously,
makes me emotional.
Oh, come on. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong with a hymn. I mean, and especially the way they rock it out. Fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. And you're right. It kills with Soldiers. Did you say that's your favorite song?
Yes, it's one of my favorite songs, definitely. Soldiers, and then Battle Hymn right there. I mean, they're kind of tied. I like that they started strong, they ended strong. You know, you always remember how you start and how you finish. And Stryper did it right on this album.
And now, I don't know how you listen to this album. I listened to it on vinyl. So when I first got this, I was hard vinyl. And what I absolutely love is it does start strong with Soldiers. And, you know, if I were being honest, I love the guitar riffs. I love the harmonizing guitars because it takes it back to my home, Kiss. And people don't realize they did it with Detroit Rock City, and they did it in a few other songs as well. So for me, that's what hit. But makes me want to sing, probably my number one Stryper song of all time. I absolutely love it. And I can see in my head every time I hear that song, you doing the Oz Fox dance because, dude, you would make me laugh every time we did it.
Yes.
But then they come back with Together Forever, which is, again, just on my end of the thing, a lot more poppy, a lot more bouncy. Followed by First Love, which for me is a total drop. Yeah, I understand it. It's a great song. And it kind of just drops. But then, bro, they hit that first side hard with The Rock That Makes Me Roll. And for me, when you look at that song list, the way it plays out on side one, it couldn't get much better for me. So my two favorite songs off the album are on side one. Strong Finish, Strong End. I can live with the other one. And then you flipped it over. Reach Out, my third favorite song off the album. Insane. Coming right out of the gate. And, you know, I don't know how you feel, but they're a Christian rock band. I don't usually refer to them as that because for me, it's just positivity. They're doing nothing but selling positivity. And I guess it's one and the same at the end of the day, right?
100%. And like I had said in the beginning, what Stryper meant to me back in 1985 And now you flash forward to it now, two different things. I mean, I listen to their music and their words because it is the gospel, it's the Bible. It hits me in a whole different place now. But back then, it was, hard rock, great message. And yes, when you're growing up, we need to hear some positive things instead of, hey, clean your room. Hey, get to work, get a job. It's nice to actually have some encouragement. And Stryper did that 100%.
I wore blue jeans and a concert shirt almost every day through middle school and probably most time through high school. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what people looked and thought of me, but for me, I was always hearing that message. And to me, it was equally as important to the music. And I would never vocalize that. I would never say that. You probably know that more than anybody. But I just think the entire project is amazing. And this album encapsulates a lot of that and introduce it to a lot of people. Something I thought's real cool on side 2, when we get into Waiting for a Love That's Real, it starts out with that heavy church organ. And I can remember the first time I heard this, I was like, all right, guys, this is too much. You pushed it too far.
You pushed the envelope, which they've always done. I mean, come on. That's what I love about Michael Sweet. Sometimes he's sweet in the last name. He's got edge in his songs and his lyrics, and I love that. Keep it there, my brother. Don't stop.
But the organ fades out, and they go right back to that heavy drive.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Followed by Surrender. I mean, my favorite Stryper songs, I would say 4 of the top 5 come off this album. And that's, for me, what makes it. And it's the songs. And to end with the battle hymn, when I first heard it, it's like, what are they doing? But like you say, it is amazing. And what they do and the way they do it, absolutely insane.
Drawing it out, making it big, and just the drums. I mean, that sound and that reverb. I mean, that's rock, man. That's the way it is. There was no digital. No, this was full analog, blasted up to, plus 6 dB and then some. Fantastic.
They went to 11.
11. These amps go to 11.
All right, so we got to score this on a 1 to 6, Poppy. Where did you come in on the songs of the album?
5 strings, man. Solid 5.
Chemo came in with the 5 strings. If you couldn't tell by my talk, I came in with a hard 6 on this. Mm-hmm. I think this is all killer, no filler. It's amazing, and if you get a chance to hear it on vinyl, it comes in strong, finishes isn't strong, and then you got to take that time to flip it over, and it does the exact same thing. It almost, oh man, I got to tell you, I know what I'm listening to tonight, Chemo. I absolutely know. I listen to music every night before I go to bed, and this is going to be on my list tonight. Let's take it. Let's bring it home, dude. The final category is playability, and with playability, real simple. Would you play this again? Would you listen to it again? How does it fall? What did you score playability on this record?
Yes, I would absolutely play it again. Yeah. It's in my playlist. A hard 6 all the way.
Same for me, a hard 6. I already told you 4 of my favorite songs from Stryper in here. All 4 of those songs are on the greatest hits, which is what I listen to. We've got our total scores. If we total these out, Chemo, let's see where we end. We've got me coming in with a total of 16, you with a total of 15, which takes the grand total to 31. Soldiers Under Command, Stryper's first release, coming in at a hard 31. That's a great score. And most importantly, it's a great album. Came out in 1985, from when music didn't suck. Welcome back to Tracks from When Music Didn't Suck. This week we looked at Stryper's Soldiers Under Command. Chemo and I scored this album. On album art, we gave it an 8. Songs, we gave it an 11. Playability, we gave it a solid 12. Bringing Stryper in at a 31 string overall score. Not too shabby. Chemo, final thoughts on Striper.
You got music with a message, the gospel message. You couldn't ask for better rock and roll all the way. Wow!
Right? I mean, just absolutely amazing. And we talk about tracks when music didn't suck, but let's not forget there's some great artists coming out these days. And I recently sent a track to Chemo from a band called Red VooDoo. My favorite song, Style. They're a hybrid of all California bands put together. You can hear all of them. Most prominent in my mind, Sammy Hagar, who I absolutely love. And when you check them out, I think you'll hear it in the guitar, you'll hear it in the bass. Most importantly, you're going to hear it in that song composition and those vocals. My goodness, the vocals, amazing lead vocals, followed up with those backgrounds. You got to have it all. If you get a chance to check out Red VooDoo, check them out. Kimo, what did you think about Red VooDoo?
First of all, Rise Up. That song has a little Tesla vibe to it. To me, this band checks all the boxes of any type of rock and roll you like. You know, if you like your guitars a little heavy, great. If you like a little pop rock sound in there, you've got that because their harmony vocals, again, cover the dynamic. It's great. And the lead vocalist, he's got that high range, but he's got some rasp in there. So you got to like it.
Dude, I can't believe you didn't comment more on the guitar player. You can hear Eddie. You can hear Nuno. You can hear Vito. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely insane. You def got to check them out. Hey, guys, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check back in next week. We're going to be taking a look at the Kiss classic Alive 2 from 1977.
All I'm saying is flames, drums, loud guitars, harmony guitars, like Eric said before. Kiss Alive 2.
From when music didn't suck.